Please allow me to welcome you to the new podcast, episode number 131. My name is Steven. I'm joined as always by producer and co-host extraordinaire, my man, Kelly. Let's get to it. Took a little hiatus, getting some good vacay time in between shows here. Back in the saddle again. Loving to be on the mic again for all you at home, in your car, in an airplane, wherever the hell you're traveling, and listening to my sexy voice. Welcome back, folks. Lots of shit to talk about this week. Whew! Did we ever have a barn burner of a card? UFC going down, Bellator going down on Friday, and we also had Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship getting it done also in the Big Apple, New York City. We'll break all those down at the end of the show. Gonna talk some video games. Got some new gaming in this week and last few weeks. Loving it. We're switching it up here. I had a terrible experience at a place. Break that down, reviewing the reviews. We're not going to do McDonald's. I'm so pissed off of this fucking place. And we'll break all that down later on in the show. Huge week of sports with hockey and football and just MMA just really starting to get going here. We're in November now, Kelly. Fucking November. We got Christmas right around the corner. Had an awesome Halloween. And Halloween is still going here with, I don't know if you get it in other places in the States there, but obviously we have a very prominent Sikh community here, and they're celebrating Diwali all this week, which is just basically, tons and tons of fireworks. Tons. Which is good viewing pleasure, but, come 2 a.m. it gets a bit much.
Yeah, all times of the day. It's like, it usually starts around 11 a.m.
Pretty much, yeah.
My neighborhood, and then it'll go till like 2 a.m. And usually it's like 4 or 5 days in a row.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a straight week.
Yeah.
And happy Diwali to all of our Sikh listeners out there. I know there's plenty, tons and tons of them. But man, oh man, nothing really spectacular going on for this week for me, man. Just doing my thing, getting ready for winter. Other than that, just. I've really ramped up my gaming. That's about it. What about you, Kelly? What do you get up to this week, man?
Just about the same. Just Apex Legends. There's a new season.
Nice.
New legend. Some New World. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, New World having some trouble. We'll break that down later on. But still, one of the biggest selling games right now. Without further ado, let's get to some MMA news. Not a ton of announcements last few weeks here, but I think one of the biggest is going to be Sergio Pettis taking on Koji Horiguchi. Bellator 272 for the 135-pound belt. Cannot wait for this one to go down. For Horiguchi to come back and get his belt against, Sergio Pettis has been tough for everybody. Will he be tough for Horiguchi here? I don't think so. Where this dude is just, beating up everybody that's coming across and not named Mighty Mouse. And I think he would win the rematch now against Mighty Mouse. Maybe it was the 125 a bit too much of a weight cut for Horiguchi. Only time will tell, if they could do it. I'm sure their paths will cross eventually, where, is Mighty Mouse kind of on his way out, and is Horiguchi just kind of on his way up to the top. It's one of those things where it's two dudes, prime versus prime. It's tough to say, because I don't even think Horiguchi's even fully in his prime yet. I think his last, before his, kind of before or after his bad knee injury, I think is night and day, two different fighters. But I definitely thoroughly look forward to this one being a contested bout for the 135-pound Bellator strap. And Bellator put on some decent shows as we saw on Friday as well. They're really, the Russia show was a huge success. I think the show last night, or sort of the show on Friday night, was a huge success. I think Bellator really, starting to get it done and really, solidifying themselves as the number two. And good for them. Good for them. And I cannot wait to see this one go down.
They're a solid number 2.
A solid number 2. Who doesn't like a good solid number 2? I'll tell you that much. Satisfying.
Go Bellator.
Yeah. A really cool announcement. I like this one a lot here, Kelly. Brian Battle, the winner of The Ultimate Fighter, will get to fight Trayshawn Gore. We're going to wind back the Ultimate Fighter Championship, or, the Ultimate Fighting, contract bout. And it'll be a huge battle for the the original fight that was supposed to go down will now go down. They haven't announced when it will go down, but we will see. I can sure it'll be on a fight night or something like that. But I really like the UFC doing this one. I'm sure Brian Battle's not happy about it because now he's basically got to fight. After winning the contract, he's solidified himself as the winner. You win, you win. But to give him a tough test in this one, as is basically his first UFC fight, is quite the going to be quite the challenge. Trayshawn Gore, how badly that knee injury affect him, and we're going to see that one get wind back and going down. It's going to be a tough one to save. Brian Battle, will he have used his time, with the UFC gyms and that type of thing to to help out his game plan, or will Trayshawn Gore come in so hungry that once the dinner bell gets rung, he is going to eat Brian Battle. Should be a very interesting matchup. That's what I like about this one. Battle of the dude who won against the battle of the dude who should have won, and very interesting. I think Brian Battle takes it, but Gore is definitely gonna come in with a chip on his shoulder and have something to prove. Where Brian Battle let his foot off the gas pedal, where Trayshawn Gore has that bitch pinned right to the floor. Really interesting one on that one. Another huge announcement that has kind of been going around a little while here now as well. UFC 269 has one hell of a featherweight match, and it will be none other than Dan Iggy taking on Josh Emmett. Should be a huge battle of that. Battle of the dudes who can really swing. Battle of the dudes who, aren't going to back down. That's what I really like about this one here. And just to bolster that UFC 269 card, which is absolutely fucking gigantic. This card is absolutely huge now, man. VIP tickets are still available. And we'll see, let's break down this card a little bit here. We'll see Charles Oliveira obviously take on Dustin Poirier for the belt. We will see Amanda Nunes taking on Juliana Pena, also for the 135-pound belt. We'll see Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal. Battle of the three-piece in a soda. Kai Kara France welcoming Cody Garbrandt to the 125-pound division. And we see Sean O'Malley take the easy route and fighting Rulian Pavia at a bantamweight bout. At 135, taking on the 15th ranked fighter. Interesting.
He said, as much as he's making right now, he's not going to fight anybody in the top 10.
Wow.
Yeah, so he says they can keep giving him fights, but he's not going to take anybody in the top 10 until they pay him more.
Wow, good call. No, that is a smart move. Yeah, take the easy fights until they give you something, until they pay you for what you're, for what you're fighting for.
Yeah.
Good call. Jeff Neal will be taking on Santiago Ponzinibbio. And Pedro Munoz will be taking on Dominic Cruz in the undercard. Andre Muniz taking on Dricus Duplessis, too. That should be a really good fight, too. Muniz coming off that big win over Jacare, breaking his arm. And now he's getting the tough South African. Macy Barber, I think she got actually injured. She's not actually fighting. Was going to be taking on Erin Blanchfield. Alec Perez taking on Matt Schnell. Ryan Hall taking on Derek Minor. And the Canadian Jillian Robertson taking on Priscilla Coachella. And the last fight is the only fight with no name on it. Randy Costa versus Tony Kelly. Every other fight on this one has a name on it. And I cannot wait for this one to go down December 11th. One of the biggest cards of the year will go down.
I have no hope for Jillian ever getting a belt.
Oh, yeah, of course. She'll be on the undercard for a long time. Maybe she can open up a gym down the road or something like that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You know, she wins. She basically won her must-win last fight. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, was basically on her way out. You know, I think the UFC can't wait to get rid of her. Really, but I think she's a good fighter. But with her record, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough for anybody. Yeah, 9-6.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
especially for UFC.
Yeah, exactly.
Good unless you're a heavyweight, then it's fine. They don't care about the heavyweights records. That's because in heavyweight, if you get touched, you go out.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the way she rolls. Gonna be a damn good card. Damn good card, man. Can't wait to see this one go down. Another piece of interesting news is for a person chasing the paper here, Kelly. Platinum Mike Perry taking his sideways nose to bare knuckle fighting championship, signing a contract with BKFC. I think it just makes total sense. Even though, it's kind of weird because he kind of turned into a wrestler because he was getting the shit kicked out of him so bad recently.
Yeah.
And his wrestling skill was actually pretty good. But what are you going to do? You know what I mean? How are you going to wrestle the guy now when all you can do is punch each other? So it should be interesting. I don't have high hopes for him to do good. Other people, I'm like, oh, this is a great move. But for Mike Perry, this is a money move. He was just doing it for this, and he's, saying he's done with the UFC, pissed off with how it all ended. He's saying people are picking fights with him on the streets. And sure they are, Mike. Sure they are. And going to be interesting though, man. I cannot wait to see him and who he'll be facing in bare knuckle. Probably going to fight at 170. Definitely 185 would be way too big for him. But I like the move. End of the day, depending on if you're got more positives than negatives, I think there's more positives than negatives on this one here, and I like the move. Good for him. I hope he gets paid. He's a character. Hopefully this keeps him out of trouble from kicking glass doors and beating up overweight and out of shape Applebee's patrons.
It's 1-0 against Applebee's.
Yeah, he's a 1-0 Applebee's champ.
But he lost against the door.
Exactly, the door kicked his ass.
He almost died. Sent him to the hospital.
That was one of the craziest videos I ever seen. Exactly, because it kind of looked, it was all live. It looks like the dude's gonna die.
Yeah,
that was a lot of blood.
It totally did.
That was a lot of blood, man. Yeah.
I don't know how he lived.
Yeah.
I guess his brain doesn't need blood.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't need anything. just Applebee's fucking chicken tenders, I guess.
It's like a jellyfish.
He's like a jellyfish.
It just kind of goes.
You don't know how. You don't ask why. Just let it go. Mike the Jellyfish Perry.
I like it.
Not bad. Not a terrible nickname.
No. Especially for him.
That's hilarious.
Oh, shit.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
I would like to see, they had all these boxers that were supposed to come over. We haven't seen them, though. You know what I mean? I would like to see some actual big name boxers.
I think after Paulie got his ass kicked by the Russian Hammer,
yeah,
they're kind of like, maybe bare knuckles a different sport.
Yeah, it totally is. He got kicked out of him by a Russian relative of a T-Rex.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. A guy with a bad MMA record beat the crap out of him.
The guy who couldn't strike him.
Yeah, somehow does it good. He got the shit kicked out of him. Artem Lobov. It was about a month or two ago. He got the shit kicked out of him in bare knuckle in Russia. And you're just like in a ring of hay bales, basically.
Oh man,
it looked bad, man. His brain is definitely gone. His brain is gone. He got the shit kicked out of him.
And he beat up Paulie.
But he was up against like a Olympic gold, I don't know if he was a gold medalist, but an Olympic boxer. Yeah,
it wasn't an Olympic boxer.
Yeah, he beat the fuck out of him, bare knuckle. But I guess he's going where the money is. Was the money there, though, at that Russian event? You know what I mean? Kind of weird.
Probably. It's all a fucking mob.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. I got to talk about something on a serious note here, though. It was really shitty news coming out of the NHL. It is, super shitty news, man. Back in 1992, I was a little kid watching the Chicago Blackhawks get worked over, get absolutely destroyed by Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr and the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Stanley Cup Finals. Swept them in 4 games like nothing. But after that series and that playoff run, I became a Chicago Blackhawks fan. I was a huge Chicago Blackhawks fan. I played net as a kid. And I loved Ed Belfour, even though he's had his problems as well with the law and with substance abuse. Always my favorite goalie was Ed Belfour, just coming out of nowhere and being rookie of the year and just being an awesome player inspired me to become a player and a goalie as well. Fast forward to 2010. Through all the good years and the much, much more bad years of the Chicago Blackhawks, they finally get to the Cup, winning the Cup, and while the team was celebrating the Cup win, one guy, Kyle Beach, was let down, had his back turned on him by his team because he reported to them that he was sexually abused by one of the coaches, and nobody did a damn thing about it. He goes to his coaches saying, "Hey, shit went down. This guy made me do things with him that I didn't want to do." It doesn't matter, man or woman. It doesn't matter who you are. These things happen to everyone. Obviously, happen to women more than men, but these things happen to people. And just the fact that it should happen to anybody. And when they do raise the alarm, when they do say, "Hey, something happened," everyone failed this dude. Everyone turned their back on him. All the way from the president of the Blackhawks, the GM, the coaches, everybody turned their back on this guy, and he's at home wondering what the fuck happened when the dude who was the abuser is in the fucking parade celebrating with the team, hoisting up the cup, and even getting a day with the cup.
Damn.
You get away with sexually assaulting a dude, and the team does so little, they actually don't do anything. Then they just let the guy go afterwards.
And they celebrate with him.
And they celebrate with him.
Shit.
While Kyle Beach doesn't get anything. Doesn't get shit. He gets released by the team afterwards. And the worst thing about it is it comes out later on that the guy tried to do it multiple times to other people as well. Tried to pull the same move on other guys, and eventually got caught for it. Yeah. Not once or twice after that. That's all we know about once or twice after that. This shit went down. And I was absolutely disgusted. And it all made sense for Kyle Beach to come out, local guy too, from North Vancouver. Local guy too. I remember like it was tomorrow, the day he got drafted, and I remember it was so weird why he didn't get called up. What all these little things were happening, and eventually he was released by the team. And I was wondering, what a waste of a talent. I wonder what happened. They were blaming injuries. No, you swept the dude so hard underneath the rug, you kicked him off the fucking team. Had nothing to do with injuries, and because he reported that he was sexually assaulted by a coach. This is what you do to the guy. And it wasn't even like, this was mind-boggling to me, Kelly. It wasn't like a head coach or anything like that. It was some nobody video coach. Some absolute nobody. But why are you protecting this guy? And, why should you be protecting anybody who does something like this? Mm-hmm. But why are you protecting this guy and specifically absolutely made me sick to my fucking stomach? And I cannot believe it. But my hat goes off to Kyle Beach for, being a man that he is, that he can come out and say, hey, it was me. This whole story that was breaking and been breaking for the last little while has now come out, and he's saying it was me that all this happened to. And I'm glad that he can come forward and get that off his chest to say it was me. This was fucked, and I'm still dealing with it. He's gonna get a huge payout for something, but everyone let this guy down. Not only that, to get the guy's name was on the Stanley Cup, Kelly. His name gets put on the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Like, that's how fucked up it is when Kyle Beach's name is not on the Stanley Cup. This guy gets his name on the Stanley Cup, which just got X'd out just recently. When they entered in the Tampa Bay Lightning's name, they X'd out his name on the Stanley Cup, which is pretty good. They can't remove it, so they just X'd it out. Should have taken a fucking grinder to that fucking name and just to erase it from all time.
Yeah.
And the most fucked up thing is what happened to Kyle Beach. It was terrible. You know what I mean? But as a fan of this team, it's going to be impossible for me to wear their gear in public. Can you imagine going to a Canucks game? Going to a local game? The fans are going to be on me. The shit they're going to say to me and call me a rapist.
Yeah.
And the other homophobic slurs they're going to throw at me are probably going to be quite rough. You know what I mean? Just to be called that for something that your team did, 100% it is going to happen. And for that reason, and that reason alone, I am denouncing my fandom to the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm no longer a Chicago Blackhawks fan. Been one since I was a little kid, and I can't do it. The way they fucked over Kyle Beach, the way they handled this whole situation, and they want me to wear this burden. They want me to wear the burden and to be ridiculed by opposing team fans. Not happening.
That reminds me a lot
not happening.
of why I stopped being fans of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, big fan.
I mean, I was growing up. Yeah. I was a Catholic.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's a very similar thing. Exactly. Yeah. You know, where these things aren't being dealt with; they're just being swept under the rug.
Yeah, disappointed in the leadership. Obviously, they're not morally there. So, how could you say, you know, do as I say, not as I do?
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely. You know, these people are in positions of power.
Yeah,
and they drop the ball so hard on this one. It's absolutely disgusting. People are losing their jobs left, right, and center. Kelly, Joel Quenneville has resigned from his job. He's not even the coach of the team anymore.
Good, he shouldn't be.
Yeah,
anybody who allows that kind of shit to happen, you know what I mean?
No, but he wasn't. He'd already been let go, but like well afterwards, you know, just for unrelated reasons.
Yeah.
And now he's lost his job. You know, other people, you know, I mean, Scotty Bowman Jr. has stepped down, obviously, and deservedly so. What a mismanagement and just sickening that all this shit had to go down. My new team, I guess I will have to reluctantly go with the local team. Your Vancouver Canucks!
Yay!
All my buddies are Canucks fans, and you know what I mean. I've been to tons of Canucks games, and
I'm a huge Kraken fan.
Yeah, Kraken these nuts.
No, isn't there Seattle Kraken now?
Yeah,
yeah, I know. I love that shit. I love that. Just the Kraken in general, like the
octopus thing.
Yeah,
it is
like
cool.
the ideology of the whole fucking octopus that is so big and to take down ships, especially now that they're like finding bigger and bigger squid and shit like that. Yeah. It's like, oh, look at this 300 fucking foot squid. It's like, maybe the Kraken is down there somewhere.
Who knows what's going on down there? That's what freaks me out, man.
No, that, but ships used to be a lot smaller, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like a smaller octopus may seem like it's bigger if you're just drawing it, taking down a sailboat, basically.
Yeah. Still.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine? That's the thing. We don't know what's down there. We know more about the solar system than we do what's in the ocean.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So to say that there couldn't be something down there is you know, quite a bold statement. Who knows what's down there? I know there's tons and tons of pressure, but still, that can mean it's even stronger. That's
one of my favorite parts of the Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Just shooting the Kraken.
Yeah, man, that was fun.
Battling it, trying to fix your boat.
That was the funnest battle I ever had in that game. Great game.
So, Canucks.
Yeah. Canucks.
Your favorite team.
My new team, I'm switching. I'm jumping on the wagon here. Official Vancouver Canucks fan. Reluctantly, but hey, I can't support that team. Can't support it. Can't do it. Won't do it.
I've never been a huge hockey fan in general. You know, I'm that guy who they call bandwagon jumpers because I'll watch the playoffs just because I think it's more
exciting. Wrong with that.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
You know,
no, but it means more.
But at the end of the day, I'm not like, yeah, we won, because I wasn't like following the team in the beginning. I'm just like, oh, that's cool that they won. You know what I mean? So I think if you're like a major hockey fan, you might, and you follow a team, you could be like, you know, we won this championship. But I'm not like that.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah. Exactly. But you are from here, so if you were to, you know what I mean, and like I said, you're not a huge fan, but you like the playoffs when it means something.
Yeah, but I had no part of like the season, bought no merch, visited no games, it contributed no money. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's like I'm kind of that kind of bandwagon guy. Yeah,
I got you. No, you don't have to be.
Yeah.
What can I say? It was a tough decision, but I think it was the right decision. Moving right along, back by popular demand, reviewing the reviews.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to a drive-in today, boys.
We're going through a drive-through.
That's right. Drive-through. My bad. So where are we going?
This place is pissed me right the fuck off.
Fuck them.
Freshie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, that's what's crazy is I love Freshie.
Yeah.
I go to Freshie in Guildford Mall all the time. Yes. I absolutely love it. You get like if you've never been to Freshie, or if you don't have them in the States, they're like a health, kind of, not like really a health food, but like a good food place to eat.
Yeah.
Like they have like a lot of like salads and quinoa and rice and bowls. You know what I mean? And they do like burrito stuff and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you can get in a bowl or a burrito or wrap, different things like that. Love going there. It was super saucy, but they'd fill your bowl right up. Your bowl was packed into that thing. You know what I'm talking about? It was packed right in there. So I go 2 times. That's what pisses me off even more. But this is the one at Surrey Central, and I go there the first time I get to, and I try something different. I'm like, okay, but it was like super small portion for $14 too. It was a tiny bowl, like it was a big bowl, but it wasn't even halfway filled.
What?
I know. I was
fucking
like
quinoa and vegetables.
I know exactly.
Come on.
It was like nothing in this. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like $14. That's what I'm saying.
Shit. No, that's
so I'm like, okay. It must have been a bad night or something like that. So I'll try it again next week. I had the same problem. The sushi place. I'm calling the sushi place. They're not answering the damn phone. I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? So I'm trying. All right, I'm not getting sushi. Okay, let's give Freshie another shot. Like I said, I love Freshie. I go there I've been eating there many, many times. But this one's a new one. Go again. I'm like, I'll get the salad this time. So I get the salad, and I didn't really take a look at it. And I walk all the way to the party and eat it for the fights and shit like that. And it was even just as small. Still $14, $14.50 for a fucking salad. You know what I mean? There was no rice in it, just lettuce. I'm like very little food. Like I was like, what the fuck is this? But not only on top of that, the avocado they gave me wasn't even ripe.
Oh, what?
And it still had
fresh.
I know, and it still had like the pit skin on the avocado,
man.
on the inside. I was like, what the? And it was hard as shit. It was super hard to give me avocado like that. I was so disappointed, man. And so that's where we're going. We're going to that. We're going to exactly that Freshie at Surrey Central. That's how fucking mad I am. And you can tell there are fake reviews, and then there are the real reviews. And this place has got a lot of hate. I'm not the only one. That's what's crazy. A lot of people are saying the exact same thing too. Like, hey, I go to other Freshies all over, and they give you way more portions. This one is skimpy. And the tag for this one, Kelly, is 4 tags for worst. Wow.
Worst Freshie.
Good. Worst. I've never seen that as a tag. Here we go. KA, 6 reviews, 1 star, 5 days ago. Terrible customer service here. Poor quality food. I don't know why I keep coming back. November 1st being the most recent day. Rude service. Being snapped at by the waitstaff for asking a question. Wowzer, doodle. There's no way that guy would be snapping at me. How are you going to snap at somebody at Surrey Central? Like, that's a terrible idea.
What was the question?
Yeah, what was the question?
Like some old guy, hey, can I take you home tonight? It's like, whoa, why are you snapping at me?
Why do they pepper spray me?
I was just being polite.
Yeah, I was just
Is this a compliment?
I said she had a hot dumper.
You know those guys.
Exactly. Yeah, I know the nice guys.
Yeah,
disgusting. They should 100%. The nice. I'm doing the air quotes. The nice guys honestly should be drugged into the street and shot. These people are a stain on society. Their bloodline shouldn't go on. That's the reason why they should be drugged into the street and shot. 100%. These people should not procreate at all. They're problems.
Yeah, I agree. I can't disagree with that.
These people are problems. Moving right along here. Here is the fake review. Where is it here? Here it is, right here. JH. No, not that one. Is it that one?
Growth hormone? Oh no, JH. My bad.
GBH. Yeah, here it is. No, here it is. Yeah, it is JH. It's JH is 3 reviews, 5 stars, 7 months ago. I think Freshie is great, and this location in the city center 2 buildings is exactly what the area needed. That's totally what somebody would say. That was doing a review. That sounds legitimate.
Yeah, it's what the area needed.
It's exactly what the Freshie.
They needed
food is healthy, tasty, and convenient. That's exactly what somebody would. How do they describe it as well?
What about expensive?
Exactly. I'm not sure what the other reviews are talking about because I had the Smoothie Bowl and the size was normal and tasted really good.
Smoothie Bowl?
Yeah, Smoothie Bowl. Very weird.
Why in a bowl?
Oh, yeah, you can get a smoothie bowl. It's like kind of like cereal type thing. Like it's like a smoothie mixed with fruits and vegetables.
Oh,
and
really? They filled the smoothie bowl probably mostly water? They filled that? Wow. That's really generous.
It wouldn't be my choice of food to get. Obviously, the size of food is not going to look exactly as depicted in the picture.
Why?
I know. Overall, I find their portion size just right. That's totally what someone's going to say.
Why is that obvious? Can I open up a restaurant and fucking hold a tape measure next to chicken wings that say 8 inches, and then when you get it, it's like 2? I was like, obviously it's only 2 inches. It's a chicken wing, man. How is that obvious?
This is so fake. That's why I love it. This review is the fakest. The portions are just right.
Yeah. Obviously, what you buy isn't going to look like the picture.
Well, the other Freshie does make it look like the picture, so that's why I was confused. The other Freshie, 100%. The other Freshie does make it look like the picture. This one, 100% does not.
I don't get that. That was the management.
Of course,
100%.
And I've been to other Freshie locations, and personally think this location's food quality is better.
Yeah, manager.
Man, he's the franchise owner. So fake. And then another one was saying the exactly same thing, basically. It's another super fake review. And
just padding the stats.
And there's somebody, exactly, padding the stats. And this what I'm saying. All their coworkers are hooked on Freshie. Not this one, the good one.
If a good review, you have to explain that the food you get isn't going to look like the picture. That's a bad review, man.
No, absolutely. I know, exactly. You're like, where are you going here with this, you dumbass?
That's a 5-star review?
Here's the one that took the cake, though, Kelly, here. This one's related to avocados like I had. KS, 6 reviews, 1 photo, and the only photo is this Freshie one. Ordered from here through Skip the Dishes, and this is what I received. Moldy Avocado.
Oh, what?
I'm not sure who's in the right mind would ever serve something like this. Someone could get very sick. I called the store and the lady on the phone did not seem to care. All she had to say was, well, I don't know because our avocado was green here. As if I was lying or something. I was told I would receive a call back from the manager, but never did. I usually love Freshie, but would not recommend this location. You gotta see, that's disgusting.
Oh, what?
Absolutely fucking disgusting. And this person got more food than I got. That is fucking.
But it's all moldy.
It's straight up molded, fucking old moldy, fucking. I think this what happened was this avocado froze. They froze it and then let it sit out, and then it instantly molded.
Yeah, that's probably. Fucking avocado is touchy, man.
Very
you
touchy.
Throw it away.
Very touchy. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Exactly. It's one of those things where it's not ripe, not ripe, not ripe, and then as soon as it's ripe, you got 12 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This person was mad. They had to wait. They got the wrong order. Had to wait a long time for their food, and then got the wrong food. Still gave him 3 stars.
What?
Very weird.
Why?
I know, very weird. And then had to wait again.
3 stars. The food was that good.
Here's a person bitching what I'm talking about here. RS 5 reviews, 1 star, 8 months ago. We paid full, and what we got is less than 3/4 of a bowl, and sauce was not enough. I want to ask store management whether they deal the same way with other customers as well. This was our first time at Freshie and have no intentions to give it another try. Very accurate.
They're going to lose customers for Freshie in general.
Very,
that one location.
Very accurate.
It's because it's a new franchise too, so people are just going to try it once, and if they don't like it, they're not going to go to a different franchise and try it again.
Absolutely.
Terrible.
Yeah. Here's another good one here too, Kelly. JH5 reviews, 1 star, a year ago. This is the worst Freshie I've ever been to. The tortilla soup, which I have ordered at many other locations, tasted like dishwater. The chili rice bowl was less than half full. This may explain why the place was empty, and every other Freshie I've been to had a lineup at the counter. Extremely disappointed. Yeah, that sums it up right there, man. This place fucking sucks. What a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You fuck with the wrong guy here, Freshie, at Surrey Central. Dipshits. Not filling my bowl and giving people moldy ass crap. Hey, look at this bowl. Look how little that's in there.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. You know what I mean? It just,
why have such a big bowl in it?
Yeah, exactly. That's, you know, you can't say shit like, oh, you know what I mean? That's the portion size. No, the bowl was meant to be filled. It looks like another person got some nasty ass shit. Yeah, and I would give Freshie no stars. Because not only did you fuck me twice, not only did you fuck me once, you fucked me twice. Freshie, you sons of bitches. Get your shit together. Send me a coupon or something. Very upset with you guys. That's what I'm saying, because I love the other ones.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing. We'll take a little break here, Kelly. We'll be right back after these brief messages. If you like questionable and moldy avocados, half servings, and terrible customer service, have we got the store for you? Come on down to the Freshie at Surrey Central. We're fucking up everyone's day. Especially Steven from the Steven and Kelly's podcast show. We fucking hate that guy coming in here with his money, spending it, and fucking buying stuff. What do you think? Lucky we didn't spin in it. Or did we? Wink. Come on down to Freshie. We'll fuck your day right up.
Do you like to pay for stolen water? Nestle.
Welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed our commercials and go grab yourself a cold, tall glass of water. You know I'm talking tap water. Let's talk some motherfucking video games. Played a lot over the last few weeks. Not as much as I would like to have. You know, there was like a whole week span actually there where I didn't play, but where I was getting time in, I was definitely cramming in. And game I was really playing a lot of was Hunt Showdown. Really, really fun game. Fuck, it is intense, man. Super intense. Got more. Did I talk about it last show?
No, not really. A little bit, but not really.
Yeah, man, is it ever fucking intense? So now that once you get past level 10, a game gets even harder too. So now that I'm level 11, past level 11, I'm not sure what level I am now, but basically up to 1 to 10 is kind of like the practice time, basically. So when you died in a mission, you still got your guy back, and you only got half the experience and everything like that, but you still got your guy back. Now, if you go into a mission, your guy dies, that's it, gone forever. All the experience he earned, the weapons he had, gone forever. It's intense, man. And so you get different guns. So the really cool thing is they got like a pumpkin thing going, like a Halloween theme thing still going on right now. Mm-hmm. So there's pumpkins you can smash in the levels and shit like that. And so you like build your guy. Like you just have a normal guy, and depending on what kind of weapons you pick, you can basically get 2 main weapons, which you can have like a pistol and like a rifle, or like a depending on weight, it's like on a weight thing of your 2 starter weapons. But you get like you can get like an axe or a sword, like throwing swords and throwing knives and shit like that, and like a shotgun or different things like that. I like the rocking like with a rifle and like a pistol. I like that combo. I think it's a good combo. You can also get dual pistols as well. So many different weapons to choose from. It's just insane. Like melee weapons, all the different weapons, and then you get your accessories. Like your health packs. Your explosives, shit like that. And explosives are the real fucking deal in this game, man. They do a lot of damage. You really got to watch out for explosives. Playing with the guy I work with, and he's really carrying me. We had some really, really fucking fun games playing together, and just because it gets so intense, because it's teams of 2. and you plop down into a map. You have like this, kind of the one weird thing is you have like this dark sense is what they call it. So you push E to get this dark sense up, and then you see where these clues are. So that's what you want to do. You got to find these clues to eventually lead you to the main monster. And it's like there's zombies everywhere, and there's different like mini boss dudes. Like there's a dude who's covered in barbed wire. He's hard to fight. There's like a flame guy, and there's like also this. It's just like a big body of maggots, or not of maggots, of like leeches. And the dude's huge, and he's got all these other leeches around him. As soon as one leech sees you, he sees through the leeches, and he runs over and tries to attack you. But the different bosses you fight are pretty cool too. So you eventually get enough clues, or you could find the boss. You can find the boss area quicker without the clues too, if you're close by it. And then you gotta battle the boss and defeat it, and then you gotta banish it. So then usually it's all like old timey, like Wild West style type thing. Really, really spooky maps, man. There's dogs too that come after you. Fuck it, the maps are pretty spooky. There's just covered with zombies and different things. There's also a witch one that has like poisonous bugs that come out and attack you too. And but it's all about being quiet too. It's all about, you don't want to call attention to yourself. There's jump scare shit in it, and there's like crows or like ducks, so it'll run for it when you get too close to them, shit like that. So being alerted, or setting off like some kind of noise and giving away your position is how you fight in it. And but you battle the boss. Make your way. They're usually like a barn or something, some kind of building. And then you got to banish it. So you got to wait a certain period of time while it's banishing. But now everyone knows that you're banishing. Everyone on the map knows that you're banishing a guy, and they can't really see you on the map, but they can see where it's coming from. So they can all get towards you. And then, but you're kind of holed up in like a barn. So you have the defensive position while you're banishing. Then once the banishing is done, you get the trophy. And sometimes there's only one trophy on a map. Sometimes there's two trophies on two bounties on a map. You get the bounty, and but now when you have the bounty when you're with your team, when you use your dark sense, you have the ability to see other teams. You can see other people like off in the distance. You just kind of see like an orange specter glow type thing. And one super crazy battle we had with me and my buddy, we got the one bounty, the other team got the other bounty, and we started we were like, what do you want to do? And he's like, all right. And I was like, let's try to get them. Let's try to steal their bounty. And that's the thing. You don't need to do anything. You could just wait at the extract, which is, we've been killed many times by people just camping the extract. Wait, then that's how they'll get the bounty. They'll just steal it from you once they kill you. You know what I mean? And so we ended up meeting up with this team. It was like kind of a crazy way how we made it into the middle too. Right to where we were, it was almost like a perfect. It was kind of like on the outskirts of kind of like a field, a small like a horse field that had like hay bales in the middle. So these guys were hiding out in the hay bales, and we're on the outside. My buddy rushed from the left, I rushed from the right. And he dropped the one guy, then he gets dropped by the other dude. I think the dude was so messed up. I came around the corner and shot him, and you can bring your buddy back up. And we had stole the dude's guns too. You can take their guns. Oh, man. You know what I mean? And the guy had some really cool guns with special ammo and shit like that. It was a really well fun battle. We've had a few battles like that where it was just really came right down to the wire. But like I said, other times it's so sneaky because you can just call off guard. You can really hide a lot in the game. You can't really camp because camping would be like camp. You can camp, but with the exception of like camping the extract zone, there's really no camping it because it'd be boring as fuck. Waiting like a fucking spider for a fly to come by. Like no one can come past you the entire time. So it's really intense that way. The battles you get into, because it's pretty realistic with the battles. The headshot will drop you, and generally you can only take one. Generally you could take maximum. I think it'd be 3 bullets you could take, like from a pistol or something like that. But generally 2 bullets and you're dead, no matter what. So it's really really a fun game for that, man. Really really fun game for the skirmishes you get into are like the real deal. And like I said, many times I've died coming up the wrong time, wrong place at the wrong time. But I've killed a lot of dudes too. That's what's crazy. I'm actually not too bad at killing guys at the game. And the different weapons are really really fun. And just buying stuff, cosmetics. Just when you buy stuff, you can buy content, but it's just cosmetics. You can buy characters and shit like that to make your characters look cool. Because you always get like a free character you can get. But like I said, because if you lose that person, gone forever if you die. Really, really sad, but and I give the game a fucking A+, man. Great game. If you're out there, it was on sale. I think last week it was on sale. But if you're out there on the fence about getting it, I don't think it's brand new, but they're updating it constantly. Really fun, good graphics, good gameplay, and I like the battling scenes. The shooting is a lot of fun. You can also, like I said, you can also be melee as well. Just the skirmishes you get into are pretty good actually. You get your heart pounding and shit like that. I remember chasing a dude with an axe. He came into the door, and I chased out. I only had my axe out because I only had a single shot rifle, and so I pulled out my axe and chased him. But his buddy shot me, and he was booking it, man. He was just straight up running. I was running right behind him, ready to smash him. Fun game, but a game I got kind of into because of free on Game Pass, Fallout 2. Because they got a new PC version of it. Because I have the disc still of Fallout 2. And but it obviously does not, it runs terribly on a computer nowadays. The game's from the 90s, for fuck's sakes, and it runs terrible on a computer. But
it was made for a CRT TV.
It was made for a tube TV, exactly. So the one on Game Pass is really good. It seems like they got rid of a lot of the bugs. Runs super smooth. And I'm just actually liking it. Really bringing back a lot of nostalgic shit with me. The game is tough. I can see why it was not a popular game. The fucking game is hard as hell, man. Oh, I know. It's you got to save a lot, and you could be walking around, and all of a sudden that's it. You come across a team that's just way too strong for you right now, and boom. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I got Sulik and I got Vic, the trader, with me right now. I'm going to Vault City and see how that turns out, and I know a few hacks, not hacks, but a few bugs in the game that you can use to your advantage. I not really want to use them because then I kind of want to tough it out through this one. I know this one is hard to play, but I kind of want to tough it out until the end, and then maybe I'll go grab it because there's a glitch where you can just keep doing a mission for this person, and they keep giving these books to learn. So every time you do the mission, you get experience. And then they give you books to read, and with the books you can learn, so you can max all your stats. Not all your stats, but a lot of key stats pretty quickly. What about you, Kelly? How's Apex been going, man?
Yeah, pretty good. So it's a new season.
Nice.
I actually haven't played the new map for Battle Royale yet. I've just been playing arenas, the ranked arenas, just to get placement because they reset everything.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I got a few bad teams.
Shitty.
So I did place bronze, but I'm almost silver now.
Nice.
Almost worked my way up. It's pretty easy to work your way up from bronze to silver. There is a few buffs and nerfs. I don't really know too much about them. I've just been playing Mirage. The battle pass this season sucks. There's nothing good on it, so I haven't even bought it. But there's a new character, Ash.
Cool.
With Ash, what she does is basically kind of like Watson, where she can kind of teleport and go invisible.
Okay.
But she just teleports without going invisible. She teleports from one place to another. She just kind of points with her ultimate, I guess. I haven't played her yet. I've only seen her play. And she'll just go hundreds of feet forwards, and she could teleport through walls and everything.
Oh, crazy!
So if you have if you're playing Battle Royale and you have a I forget that guy. He does a little totem that you can go back to.
Oh, right.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Anyways, he if you get that totem and you get a Watson to cover it with fences, and you get her, you can teleport through a wall, and then with everybody, and use that totem so you're not gonna die right away, and attack people inside the building. I assume that's how it worked, but at least that's what I've seen online too. But yeah, I've just been playing arenas. They added a new gun to arena. I don't think the new character is that great. I don't know. She has this thing that kind of zaps you, kind of the last. I can't even remember anybody's name now. The Apex Legend, Little Nas X.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of zaps you like that, but it kind of makes it so you can't leave this area, like a magnet almost.
Weird.
But it's kind of like that other woman does the same thing. She throws this little black hole.
So yeah, like the gravity thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it reaches pretty far, but it's not. I don't know. It's okay. And then she teleports. I don't think it's that great, but she is used quite a bit right now. I don't know if it's just because people want to use her, like try her out or whatever. I haven't tried her yet, just because she looks pretty kind of lame. I don't know. Just for arena, anyways. Yeah, so they have a new gun. It's like called a Car SMG, and it's a heavy ammo machine gun, like a little machine gun. Yeah, so a submachine gun. Sorry, it's pretty good. I don't know. I think it's just as good as the light ammo gun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many guns now that are just so similar because they want to have like the same for like the light ammo, the heavy ammo, the energy ammo, and then they have it like, you know, they all have their assault rifle in that form. They all have their pistol in that form. So I don't know, it's kind of funny. I don't even know the point of adding it, really. I don't think it added anything special to the game.
Yeah, they had a lot of guns already.
Yeah. Some people like it. But
Did they take out a gun or just straight up added one?
Yeah, just added another.
Wow.
I mean, some people like it. Like in the beginning, you know, there wasn't many guns, and they all perform so differently. You know, you picked up certain guns for range, certain guns for close combat, certain guns for like mid-range, stuff like that. Depending on maps too. But now it's just like so many guns just do the same thing that I don't know. It's kind of
it is pointless. Yeah. I hear you. That doesn't make it very exciting.
Yeah, but I don't know. So there's a new gun if you like new guns. I don't know. There you go. It's a submachine gun. There are new maps for ranked arenas as well. I'm sure as well as arenas. But the maps are okay. They're mostly like distance maps, which are, you know, they're good for longer range guns and stuff like that. So I like it. I don't know. Nice. Yeah. Also, I've been playing New World.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of people apparently dropped off. I think that happens with every single new game that's, you know, any big game is going to have a bunch of people that want to buy it in the beginning and play it, and then they're going to decide whether they like it or not. I think it was like 500,000 people dropped off.
Wow.
Servers, I find them still pretty populated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think it's fun. I don't play with anybody though. I just grab my quest, do my own thing. I'm really still liking the musket, the shooting with the musket. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much to talk about.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people are mad at the game right now.
How come?
A lot of like with glitches and stuff like that. Like I guess there was a lot of people cheating.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people, you know, using not really, you know, using glitches or using hacks and shit like that. So that's what they're saying. Like some places are like because some of the places that, like, you know, teams have taken over cities and shit like that, that they've kind of just paused any upgrades. So now they can't upgrade the cities because the people who the Amazon people are saying that, you know, you've made the city through hacked funds. So now we're not gonna let you upgrade the city.
It sucks for the people that are trying to do it legit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, with the hackers. Hackers they fuck things up for so many people. Like, you know, I think that hacking is pretty normal in any online game, whether it be Call of Duty or MMO. You know, it used to be pretty bad with World of Warcraft, but I mean, they just got better and better at fixing that. It's probably something that's going to happen with New World too. You know, you got a new game, there's going to be glitches. There's definitely is a bunch of glitches in New World though. Yeah. Like I got stuck in some rocks once, but they have a button so that you can like unglitch yourself and it'll set it'll set you like somewhere super close, but you won't be stuck basically.
Oh, that's nice.
So they do have an unglitch button, but I think that's the worst way to go about it. Yeah. Like it should be like reported every single time that you have to use this glitch button. Otherwise, it's just going to be nothing worth fixing because you can just unglitch yourself.
I think it just needs time. Like you said about World of Warcraft, it just needs time. I'm definitely going to get it down the road because the gameplay looks fucking amazing.
Oh, it's so much fun, man.
It looks super fun. MMO, yeah.
Like I swore off MMOs for so long just because there's so many fucking just click and you're just grinding.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It just felt like garbage. It just felt like garbage. And then now that I actually have to like back up while shooting and blocking and like dodging and all this stuff, it becomes like a whole different game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's super good. I love it.
No, yeah, I can't. Like, this is perfect storm for me because all these people left.
Yeah.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna release a huge like patch.
Yeah.
Fix a bunch of shit.
Lower the price.
Then they're gonna put it on sale.
Yeah.
then I'll strike.
Yeah.
Then I'll strike and get it.
I can see it definitely being like $19 on sale.
Oh wow.
Christmas, yeah.
Wow, is there? Yeah, that's when I'm definitely gonna get it.
That's about half price.
And my brother still plays a lot. A guy I work with was just he was into because all of his buddies are playing. But yeah, he was pretty upset. I guess the big one was it was glitching out when you'd put stuff on the marketplace. If you weren't online and it sold, you didn't get the money. A lot of people were upset about that one.
You know what? That might have happened to me before. I care so little that I probably didn't even notice.
Of course.
It's just like, I don't know. Some people are like really hardcore into that stuff though, right?
Oh, absolutely. But like I said, I'll get it. Hyped to play more games down the road here. I can't wait to really, I'm really feeling this PC now. I'm really starting to get into it and enjoy it for all it's worth. So much so I'm playing a game from the 90s.
Hey man, you got that PC at the right time.
Oh my god,
it's so bad now that new luxury cars don't even have touchscreens because they don't have the chips for them. Like the new BMWs and stuff, like the whatever series, S3 or whatever it is, they're not even gonna have touchscreens anymore.
Wow. I know, I'm glad I had to bite the bullet. Like I said, I think I overpaid a little bit for mine too. But man, oh man, there's no way coming. Can you imagine someone trying to buy a computer right now? I heard the Xboxes are becoming available now. but you know what I mean? It's Christmas time, so they're gonna just be sold out again.
It's like it's like Bigfoot. I heard it.
I heard through the grapevine.
Some people seen it. Some people definitely seen it.
Some people, they are out there. They're out there. Can't wait to play more games this afternoon. Well, then let's move right along. Let's talk some MMA and bare knuckle fighting championship results. Bring it to BKFC New York with the state legalizing it, letting people beat the shit out of each other without gloves on. It was headlined by the heavyweight championship bout where Joey Beltran relinquishes his strap to Arnold Adams. The two had fought before. This was the rubber match. And Arnold Allen taking the decision handily from Joey Beltran. I thought that Mike Richmond was on this card for some reason, but it appears that he is not. Other than that, there wasn't really any names on this card, other than the title bout. Jake Young wins by DQ from Dustin Pagu, who was going back to his MMA days and landing strikes on the guy when he was on the ground repeatedly. BKFC getting it done in the Big Apple. Let's move over to Bellator 270. Going down in Dublin, Ireland, where we see the 155 pound belt being contested. Doing a good show. You've seen the highlights on this one, free on YouTube for us folks here in Canada. Put on a good show.
Oh, shit, really? I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's what the best part about it is. You can always come in and watch it later on, or rewind, fast forward. Actually had a lot of finishes. It was really good card.
I like being able to just skip through the commercials too.
For sure, absolutely.
Some people don't like to watch the fights if they know who won, but if it's good fights, it's good fights.
I'll watch how it went down.
Yeah.
Pedro Carvalho getting one hell of a tough decision over Daniel Weichel. Great fight. Both fighters getting knocked down on this one. Those dudes went toe-to-toe. A heavy Patrick Mix defeating James, the Conor McGregor Gallagher by guillotine choke. Patchy Mix coming in a little heavy, 2 pounds over the weight limit, but James Gallagher still accepting the fight. And he pays for it with a submission finish in the third round. Nice guillotine choke. Gallagher had no choice but to tap. And we see the bridesmaid of Bellator, Patricky Pitbull, beating Peter Keeley for the vacant lightweight belt. Avenging his loss, too, to a doctor stoppage in the first fight. Peter Keeley, I was kind of wondering why the hell is he getting this fight. Kind of an up-and-down career in Bellator. And I guess they just want to give somebody the belt at 155 who, maybe they should do a tournament or something. But, to give Patricky Pitbull the shot after 2 losses, they were both decisions. And, one was a doctor stoppage. It's still kind of, he was coming off one hell of a winning streak before that, but still. Another belt goes into the mantle of the Pitbull family. Good card. Check it out on YouTube if you live in Canada. If you live in America, you're fucked.
I don't like pitbull fighting.
God.
Dog fighting in general.
But who does? People in the South, I guess?
Yeah, football players apparently.
Heyo. Let's go to New York City. UFC 268. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Chaos Covington. Great card. Lots of fights on this one, too. Lots of finishes. Didn't do bad on my picks. Chris Huggy Bear Barnett. Beast Boy Huggy Bear. Man of many nicknames. Gets his first victory in the UFC with a spinning heel kick on Jalan Vellante. The New York fighters were out in full force for this card as well. Ian Gary getting the last second KO victory over Jordan Williams. Nice elbow finishes from Imavov over Edmund Shabazin. Chris Curtis getting a huge knockout, 10 years in the making over Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes, was definitely the blue chip guy that they wanted to win, and this Chris Curtis guy was supposed to be fed to the wolves here, and he says hell no. And that was his 6th win in a row. This guy was in PFL for quite a while, losing to Magomedov and Ray Cooper. So he only lost to the best guys at 170 and moving up to 185 in UFC, finding a way to win. Bobby Green getting a huge KO over Al Iaquinta. Huge win for Bobby Green. Dude had 4 losses. I love Bobby Green too. Great fighter. Real tough dude. Just only loses by decision. That's the thing. Oh, he was on two fight losing streak. And then he put 3 together and then loses 2. Tough as nails is Bobby Green, man. And we see the rise of Alex Pereira getting the flying knee KO over Andreas Michelides. Alex Pereira, the dude who knocked out Israel Adesanya, now has another win in the UFC. Huge one for him, coming from Jungle Fights and LFA. Getting a gigantic win and moving to 4-1 in his MMA career. And I think having that first loss is going to be huge for him to get that out of the way, especially in MMA. And they obviously want him to eventually win enough to be able to fight Israel Adesanya. That brings us to the main card, which started with a bang with Justin Gaethje taking the close decision over Michael Chandler. What a back-and-forth battle we had on that one. Woo, doggy. What a fight. Unfortunately, it did not help out the roster, with Shane Burgos going to the distance with Billy Quarantillo in a, I wouldn't say lackluster, but, not a super great fight. I know they really poured it on in the last minute. They really poured it on. But kind of a slower fight, obviously, due to the pace of Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler, who they really only slowed down in the last minute of their fight. Marlon Vera getting that last second front kick KO over Frankie Edgar, posterizing poor Frankie Edgar. I think that was the worst thing about it. If you haven't seen already, this dude's face making its rounds when the perfect camera shot of him being kicked right in the face made his face look like silly putty. And dropping Frankie Edgar, huge win for Marlon Vera. in that one. Talk about close decisions. Rose Namajunas taking a razor-thin decision over Weili Zhang. Kelly, what a fight that one was, eh?
Yeah, man.
Woo! The best part I love was the Rose spear, that awesome takedown she got in the 5th. What a spear. Zhang, pretty good off her back, but, it's a shame that Rose couldn't have really advanced much, but I got to talk about the biasness of the commentating team. It was ridiculous during this fight. Towards Weili Zhang, man, oh man, just non-stop.
Rose's hands did not exist in the fight.
Pretty much, she never threw a kick, never landed a kick, never threw a punch. It was just the biasness of the commentating team. Was. They were definitely paid off by the communist government or something. This was crazy.
That's why Joey turned.
Exactly. But just like, they would trade kicks, and they'd be like, oh, Zhang with a huge kick. But they both kicked each other.
Yeah.
It was just, obviously I'm biased towards Rose, but this was out of control, man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And then, we got 50 minutes of crazy fights with, Kamaru Usman taking, and he took a close one, too. He didn't get out of that Colby Covington fight unscathed. He beat him up, and I think what the craziest part is, Colby Covington's the only dude who's looked good against Kamaru Usman, really.
Yeah.
Poirier in the 3rd and the 4th round, really, landing some shots, wobbling Usman. He got dropped himself a bunch of times, though, of course, but, especially for Usman, especially in the 5th round to get the eye poke, break, and shit like that. But the fighters showed respect to each other afterwards, and Usman acknowledged, Colby Covington was the toughest battle he's had. And it really is. Good card. Really loved it. I wish I could have been back in New York to watch this card. I think that would have been super, super cool to see an event like this go down in Madison Square Gardens. Fuck, would that be super sweet. But I would maybe next time. And UFC finally put on a good show. They had 4 stinkers in a row there, man, where really bad cards or, the main event was canceled. Shit like that. It was not doing them any favors. And here we finally have it. They finally have them fucking put on a good event. Took you long enough. November. Took you long enough. But I know next card coming out next weekend is going to be a good one too. And only time will tell what fighter comes out of all this as that new star. Who the opportunity is open for anybody. And only time will tell.
What's the next fights at Fight Island?
Good question.
It's like they're never using that island again.
Yeah, fuck that island, I guess is what they're saying.
What an expensive piece of property.
Yeah. Nothing in the horizon. I think they just did their tour recently on Fight Island, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Apex Arena and T-Mobile Arena. Lots of fights coming up in the Apex Arena. Honda Center they're going to for Francis Ngannou and Gain. T-Mobile, obviously, next for Poirier and Oliveira. And it still needs to be 2E announced for Adesanya versus Whittaker, which will probably have to be in Australia. Just with how tight their lockdown's been. Mm-hmm. Well, good show today, man. Just want to give a special shout out to the Spotify peeps checking us out week after week. I can't get enough of the fans out there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Doesn't matter what platform you listen to us on. Thank you very much for tuning in every week to Stephen and Kelly's And New Podcast. Loving it. Check us out on Twitter at And New Podcast for when the newest episode drops. And workout pics of Kelly. Check them out. Check them out. They're not hard to find. Well then, let's wrap her up here, Kelly. For producer extraordinaire Kelly, my name is Steven, and you've been listening to the